members have already joined, we can start with the session.
Perfect. All right. I will share my screen. Here we go. So this is Concordia St. Paul here. Um, yes, there we go. Sorry, I got a notification. There we go. We're good. It's a cute little video. It's in our shared folder, so everybody should have access to this, and I'll drop the link for the shared folder once the presentation is done. There we go. So this is the campus here. We can see Minneapolis is just down here across the river. And this whole part here is Concordia St. Paul with a little bit going over the interstate. But a really great location. And we've been in the same location since 1893. We have not moved. And you'll definitely see some pictures of some older buildings, but they're all modern on the inside. Just on the outside, they're a little bit older. We have on-campus and online options. We are located in the Twin Cities, which is the combination of Minneapolis and St. Paul, plus all the surrounding suburbs. And our little mascot here is Comet the Golden Bear. So 31% of our students are first generation students, which means they're the first ones in their family to go to university, which we are the top choice for that because of all the scholarships we offer for our undergraduate students, for everyone, domestic and international. And speaking of scholarships, 350, we have over 350 student athletes, and every single one of those students is also receiving an athletic scholarship as well. And then for students that are really looking for that traditional American university experience, Concordia St. Paul is so great because 86% of our students are Minnesota residents. We have over 70 different majors and programs for our students to choose from. And as you can see from the video here, our faculty to student ratio is quite small. It's just 15 to 1. So you know that students are being able to get a tailored education, a dedicated education, tailored to how they learn best. We have faculty mentorship, tutoring services, professional advising, as well as internship opportunities available for all of our students, domestic and international. We're located in the heart of the Twin Cities. Like I said, it's a very well-known fact that we're the Twin Cities. Our Major League Baseball team is called the Minnesota Twins because of the Twin Cities. So it's a very, very popular area. It's a very vibrant metropolitan area in Minnesota. And St. Paul is the capital of the state of Minnesota. So this gives students a lot of job opportunities for when they're studying and when they graduate for their CPT and OPT. There are 19 Fortune 500 companies headquartered across the state of Minnesota. And of those 19, 17 are in the Twin Cities itself. So it really is a great place for students to live and study. There's a lot of job opportunities and possibilities for when they graduate. A little bit about campus life here. So we have a lot of clubs and organizations and activities that are happening every week on campus. And then for students that don't reside on campus, for our graduates and PhD students that live off campus, we have events specifically for the commuters. We are Division II of the NCAA for our sports, and we even have an esports team for students that play some video games. And we have a really great study abroad opportunities and a visualing and performing arts center. That's homecoming, which is always a really fun time of the year. These are our 4 residence halls. See, older building, but don't worry, it's completely modern on the inside. It's actually what I'm down a little bit ways. Once they start the offices, that's where we're located. But they're all on campus. They're all connected by tunnels as well, so students don't have to go outside if they choose not to, especially in the winter, can be an option for some students. Unfortunately, due to our location in a major capital city, our residence halls are limited to just our undergraduate students. We don't have space for our graduates or our PhD students. But all the residence halls have study spaces, dining options, fitness facilities, and spaces for students to organize. And there is no requirement for residency. It's optional for all of our undergraduate students. A little bit about the CSP value. So our graduate tuition ranges depending on the program that they're choosing. It can go anywhere from $8,000 up to $22,000 per year. And our undergraduate tuition is the same for all students, domestic and international, and for all majors. It's at 26,400. We're more affordable than the other Concordia universities. We're more affordable than the Minnesota private colleges across the state of Minnesota. And we're half the price of the private universities in the Twin Cities itself. And our room and board and additional costs are the same for graduate and undergraduate students for the I-20 there. So this one is going to vary. And then for our undergraduates, that's what we're looking at, but that's before scholarships. So here are all of our scholarships for our undergraduate students. Every undergraduate will receive at least this academic one. Our minimum GPA for entry is a 2.0 on the 4-point scale. So every student, domestic or international, for undergrad will receive at least this $1,000 one. But then we have all these additional scholarships here. We have Legacy, Fine Arts, Athletic, Transfer Advantage, and Phi Theta Kappa. And these can be doubled up on. So students are not limited to just one scholarship. They can get multiple scholarships at the undergraduate level. Some statistics here. We have students that are 95% are employed or in graduate school. We have our average first year salary, and that our students are earning 11% more than the national average. About the admission process here. So we need the application. It's free for all students, domestic and international. It's on the website. We need transcripts. For undergraduate students, they can apply as early as grade 11. We just need to see a completed diploma by the time classes start. And for graduate students, we do need to see a completed bachelor's degree with their diploma and all the documents for that. We also need a letter from the bank and a certificate of finance. I'll drop a link for those also in the chat once the presentation's done. The letter from the bank just tells us how much funding there is, and the certificate of finance is telling us where the funding is coming from. We'll need to see English language scores. I'll also drop a link for that because it varies depending on graduate or undergraduate level, and as well as a picture of the passport, so we're able to make I-20s once we get to that stage. And these are our deadlines. They're very tentative and they change frequently. So I will make sure to keep you updated on what the next deadlines are. But so far for spring, we're looking at November 1st deadline, but I sneak applications in all the time, so it's not a problem. And then that's the end of the presentation. Are there any questions while I go and dig out these links?
Thank you so much, Veronica, for the presentation. Team, we are open for the questions. If there are any, please put the questions in the chat box, or you all can just unmute yourself. I start with one of the questions.
Yep, we accept a 3 years bachelor's degree. We just need it to be from a NAC A grade university. Any other questions?
What are the minimum GPA requirements, Veronica, for both UG and PG?
For undergraduate, it's a 2.0, and for graduate, it's a 3.0 on the 4-point scale. Yep, all programs. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, my next question was, do we require SAT and ACT at UG level?
SAT and ACT?
Yeah.
No, we're test optional.
Okay. And all the English proficiencies are accepted? IELTS, TOEFL, PT, DET at both UG and PG level?
Yep, I dropped the link in the chat so you can see what the testing options are, but I can also drop that again if that was missed. Yep, we accept, we have a long list of exceptions, so you can take a look there, but we accept TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, Duolingo, and ITEP.
So do we accept home-based TOEFLs as well?
Yes, as long as it's done from the official TOEFL website with the official TOEFL examination.
Okay, then even GRE and GMAT are not required, right? For graduate
Again, yeah,
students.
we're test optional. So not required.
Do we need to upload the financials at the time of the application, or should that be done after receiving the admission letter?
That depends on the student. It definitely goes faster if they want to provide their um, financials at the time of application. Everything just goes faster. But no, it's not required. Yeah, English language scores need to be emailed to international admissions. All other documents can be uploaded to their application portal. And we have a shared folder. I will drop the link for that in the chat. On here, we have our certificate of finance is on there, our brochure that is able to be printable. The presentation that I just did is a video and is a PDF. Unfortunately, because of all the little videos it plays, it's really hard to download it as a PPT. Those all get taken out. And
Okay.
GB is a partner that we have. So when you're completing applications, you can just tag GB. And if you're not able to, just let me know and I can go in there and have it tagged. There is no deposit for I-20s. That is illegal. In discussing that, USCIS does mark these universities where agents or the university does say that they're requiring an I-20 fee. And that's why a lot of visas are starting to get denied these days, because a lot of agencies are having difficulty breaking away from saying I-20 fee, because that is illegal against USCIS. So please know we do not have an I-20 deposit. That is illegal. We do have an enrollment deposit, and that is required for all of our students, domestic and international. For undergraduates, it's $200, but that's refundable if the student changes their mind and decides not to come. You just have to let me know before classes start. And for graduates, our enrollment deposit is $100, and that's not refundable because it is the lower price. We do not have a limit on backlogs. And depending on how quickly the English scores can get emailed in and all the other documents uploaded correctly, it can take 3 to 5 business days to process an application. I'm not sure what you mean by change of agent.
Like if the student has applied on his own or through any other agent, and later on he wants to appoint Leap GB as an agent, so can that be transferred from one agent to another agent?
As long as it's not an agent we're already working with, yes.
Okay.
In the same way that
So,
I wouldn't take a student from you if you are already tagged a student as Leap GB and the student reaches out saying I want to change it, I wouldn't take that commission away from you.
okay. So what do we require in such a case? Do we need an email from our end, from Leap GB's end, or from the student's
Well,
end?
you will need to let me know that you're working with the student. Yes. So either one. Are there any other questions?
Yes, Veronica. Please, can you just explain the deferral process? How do we defer an application?
Yeah, you just let us know that you want to defer for another term and let us know the term and we can change the application, or the student can log into their application portal and select change term and they change the term and hit submit.
Okay. Yes, my next question is, just give me a minute.
Mhm.
Do we require any third-party credential evaluation like WES, WES, or any
Nope.
other?
No, we do not.
And there are only two intakes, fall and spring. We do not have a summer intake, no?
For graduate students, yes, we have ITM and computer science in the summer.
Okay. Team, any more questions? One more thing, Veronica, do we accept transfer applications?
Yep, we can do transfer applications. If they're looking to transfer in credits from a foreign institution, they will be required to do a NACES evaluation.
Okay. And do we accept distance education students?
Yep.
And is it a day one CPT university? Can a student start working from the first day itself once enrolled?
No, that's illegal in every single university. And again, that's another thing that's getting watched by USCIS these days, which is getting visas denied for a lot of students. For our graduate students, they do need to activate their CVIS record, which can only happen on once classes start. And that's the same for every university. If a university is allowing students to activate their CVIS record before classes start, that's illegal and that university is doing sketchy practices. And once they submit all the documents to activate their CVIS record, at that point they can apply for CPT. And it takes our team about 3 business days to process a CPT request. And then no, because undergraduates are required to complete 12 months of study before they can do CPT. So if you're having universities that are promising CPT at the undergraduate level starting on day one, that's also an illegal practice, and we don't participate in that.
Okay. We have some more questions in the chat box. And next question is medium of instruction letter acceptable or not? MOIs.
For graduate students, yes.
Okay, next question is we do not have an application fees, right? So we have to
That's
put any
correct.
waiver? Any
Well,
waiver
no,
is there
because
or
there's
no?
no fee, so there's no
Oh,
space to put in a waiver because there is no fee.
yeah. One more question is there. Divya is asking how much funds are required to be shown for I-20?
For what level and for what program?
This is for UG or PG, Divya?
Both.
Both.
Okay, so I could go back to that slide. It varies depending on the program that the student is choosing. So for our graduate tuition, here, we can just go back to the slide again. So here we go. Our graduate tuition varies depending on the program that they're choosing, and this is the range right here. Our room and board and extra costs are the same for all students, undergraduate or graduate. And then this is our undergraduate tuition, which is the same for all students, making this total here. Then for this one, you just got to add the additional costs, but our undergraduate total is before the scholarships listed here. So it does really vary. There isn't just one number I can give you.
Okay. Team, any more questions? One more thing, Veronica. How many deferrals are accepted? Like from one term to another term, it can be accepted for the next term as well?
To 1 year.
For 1 year.
Mhm.
And do we require 9th and 11th mark sheet for UG?
We do require grades 10 and 11 and 12.
Onshore students are accepted, Swati. We accept, yes, transfer students, onshore students are accepted,
Yes,
right? As you said earlier,
yes.
yeah, they are accepted. So the scholarships are totally based on their GPA, right? The higher the GPA, the higher will be the scholarships.
For the academic one, yes, that is correct.
And the turnaround time for admission letter is 3 to 5 days. And for I-20, it is?
1 to 3 business days from when we receive the financial documents.
Okay. I think so. I'm done from my end. Team, any more questions? Pursuing students can apply. Divya is having another question.
Not sure what you mean by pursuing students.
A student who is already in US and
Yep,
he
transfer
has
students, onshore students, students that want to transfer their CVIS records, students that are currently in the US, students that are in Canada. You can be in South Africa, you could be in Germany. It does not matter where you are when you apply.
okay. Any more questions, team?
All right, well, I'm going to put my email in the chat in case there are more questions. And then my phone number. Oops, wow. Okay, learn to type. Veronica 601 895 Yep, that's right. There we go. That is also my phone number that has WhatsApp. You can drop me a message at any time you have, or you can shoot me an email. I can answer any questions that you have. But yes, I'm definitely here to help support you and your team. We shared the link to the group folder. Yes, yeah. So I think you have all the links and everything already. But if you have any other questions, please let me know. And thanks for joining today, and I hope everyone has a great evening. Bye.